This is SBN-2 HD. Now, an Eyewitness News special report.
Good afternoon, I'm Chris Aiden. Well, this day full of speculation and questioning about these mysterious terror plots and bank robberies has finally drawn to a close. A major discovery has occurred today in Elena, a suburban town just about 10 miles away from Newport. Eyewitness News has learned that officials have apprehended all of the suspects responsible for an attempted bank robbing scheme that placed several bank tellers in the area hostage. Surprisingly, the bank robbery was tied to the foiled terror plots and other planned robberies that we told you about this morning. This terror plot targeted several banks here in Rockville and Forks City, and to no surprise, deadly explosives from the suicide bombers were also found in the terrorized bank. Eyewitness News reporter Tanya Cohen is live in Elena with much more details on this developing story. Tanya?
Well, Tom, it was a day of siege for this small town of Helena, as numerous police officers surrounded this Avery National Bank right across the street. Now, apparently the terrorists and robbers were inside the bank for over 9 hours, placing the workers in hostage as police and the FBI tried to negotiate them out of blowing up the entire bank. Residents in this town can now breathe a major sigh of relief as it has all finally come to an end peacefully.
It was crazy. I thought I was gonna die. I thought it was the end of the line for me. When I saw those robbers and suicide bombers with those bombs on their chests, my heart sank. I thought to myself, what are my kids gonna do without their mother? I am just so thankful to God for keeping me alive. You know, my kids just got here to see me. I was so grateful they came. I thought I would be dead.
Liz Fowler was not the only one to quickly divulge her will for her loved ones. Several other workers were also near death when 4 bank robbers, teamed up with 4 suicide terrorists, laced with bombs on their chests, threatened to blow up the entire bank if they did not hand over all the money.
It was all very surreal to see this happen. I mean, we see this happen on TV all the time, but it never crossed my mind that I'll ever witness and survive a bank robbery. Never. I'm still shaken up by this.
Whether you saw it on TV or not, the reality of the situation was apparent when the entire town was placed under an emergency lockdown until the situation was under control.
We had immediately received a phone call that the bank was held under siege by the terrorists. So we quickly rushed to the scene and closed down all of the streets to make sure that everyone was safe. All schools were locked down. Students were not able to leave the schools for whatever reason until the suspects were apprehended.
The incident occurred at around 7:45 this morning, right after we broke in regular programming about the foiled terror and robbery plots that were scheduled to occur in major banks in Rockville and Forks City. The FBI had received a tip and was able to quickly identify and announce the suspects responsible for the terror plot during this afternoon's press conference with Forks City's mayor.
The FBI has identified all the victims. If you see or know their whereabouts, we ask you to immediately call us. If we apprehend the individuals responsible for this plot, there will be a major reward in store for you.
After the terrorists broke into the bank, they requested all of the money be handed to their fellow robbers or face death by explosion. Bank manager Olivia Newton thought it was the end of her life.
When I heard face death by explosion, I knew it was the end. I thought I was going to die right then and there. I'm surprised that I'm still here talking to you now. I thought it was all over for me. It's all so surreal to me. I never want to experience this again. We are definitely going to update our security and try to come together with the town to prevent things like this.
It was all surreal indeed, and we are so happy to report to you that everyone has survived this ordeal. The FBI and local police have put what was the beginning of a planned chain of devastating bank robberies and suicide bombings in our area to a screeching halt. We're live in Helena. I'm Tanya Cohen, and this is SBN-2 Eyewitness. Oh my God, what is that? We have to see if we can get over there. There are people there.
Wait here.